Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm still sick, so my voice is still like kind of gone. Once again, I apologize in advance if my voice keeps cracking every 2 seconds. Um, so today I'm going to be actually showcasing some more Enneacrafts. I got to Diamond 1, so we pushed through Platinum. It was really easy to be honest, although it was definitely very fun. And the thing is, like, there was no like FTKs and stuff except like a couple times. But aside from that, it was actually clean duels, and in clean duels, like, I can usually win most of them. It's usually just like when, oh, remove the maxi. It's usually just like when I get like FTK'd or they put up like 10,000 negates, and I'm just like, yeah, how am I supposed to beat that? You know? So if we take a look here, was this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 win streak here. We did lose this one duel. I'm not sure what happened, to be honest. Oh yeah. I actually bricked here, and then he had like just everything, and I didn't have the tail, so he had like Raigeki, Harpy. Not Raigeki. He actually had Dark Hole, I think. Yeah, and then this is 4, and then 1 loss, and then 3, and then there was 2 losses here. I actually went on an 8 win streak, and then I got destroyed by this branded deck because my hand was literally ass. I'm not sure how I even survived 5 turns. Then I got FTK'd by Elf Notes. Yep, Elf Note, Azamina, whatever. And then we continued like playing here. But aside from this, like, the duels are actually very good. And I played a lot against Vanquishal K9. I think there were like 4 duels against them. I think 2 of them were like really bad duels. Like, I went first, and then they activated Holy Sue, and then they realized they fucked up because now they're playing to Tromeria and then stuff, and then they just scoop on turn 1. So not really much to showcase there, but I do have 2 other replays which we can go through. So let's see. There's lots of replays here. I think I'm actually full. Okay, right here. So this one against For Hire. Let's watch this. So I actually haven't seen anyone play For Hire except for this guy. And he's also not playing an optimal For Hire build. He's just playing pure For Hire, which pure is actually very bad. It doesn't do enough on its own. So let's see. He goes Gale For Hire, summon Seal, and then summon the Rex. Okay. Okay, I was thinking here. He would go Rookie, tribute the Seal, summon another Gale, and then what he can do is he can make an rank 5 Xyz into Ripper, and then Ripper accesses the K9 engine, but he doesn't play it, so you can see how much weaker his board is going to be because of that. So goes Beat, summon the Rex, triggers the Beat, to add goes Falgo, and then he is going to summon from deck a Dampa, and then summon a Raphael. Goes Reinforcement. Okay, I'm not sure why you do that actually. So he should have probably added the Rex, unless he didn't have For Hire in hand, which I'm not sure what he had, to be honest. But did he use the Dampa? Oh, never mind. He actually used this. If he didn't use this, you definitely just go add this and summon it. It's better than adding a Beat. Oh, he had a normal summon as well. Okay. Goes Kill, place field spell, goes Downer, tribute itself to revive 2, and then goes Dampa and Gaia. Oh yeah, to get the Kill engrave. Okay. And then of course, Max. You guys really thought he would end on a board like this without Max C? You're crazy. So what he has is he can revive with the Rex, which if I like, there's really nothing good to revive at the moment, but if I add like one of these, he can actually revive them. He has a monster negate with this, which I'm not sure if it's live right now, but it's gonna be live because of Maxi. He can draw every time I add. This is not once per turn. He can draw every single time. And then he can pop a card, and then if he pops anything I control, Falgo draws 3 more cards. And then if I destroy one of his monsters, he can actually trigger this to summon from deck, maybe like a Wiz or something. And then obviously the hand traps that we have to play through, and a Keel can also summon from the hand. If I control the highest attack original monster, is it original? Yep. Original attack monster. he can also summon up to 2 cards from the hand. So yeah, we're gonna have to play through Maxi. Honestly, he needs Maxi because this board is just not gonna be enough to beat this hand. So immediately summon the tail in case he's insane and he wants to actually like trigger something immediately, like to pop my pen skills. I think this can only pop face-up cards. Yep. So if I go pen scale and then he wants to pop it, I go tail to protect, he goes try to negate, I go Mar, negate, and flip everything face down. And they're also going to set Tromeria because if he triggers the Rex or Keel in Grave, I can actually trigger Tromeria. And then this can also make the same chain of plays that I just mentioned. So let's see. Triggers the Rex, I'm going to trigger my Tromeria. Then he drew into Ash Blossom. Okay, whatever. So he's going to get the ad, but it's still going to be forcing out the Raphael because I'm going to actually negate it now on chain link 1. So either he is going to activate one of these or trigger the Raphael. So he actually triggers this instead to pop, which now I can just chain the tail. And then he has to chain this before it gets negated, but he doesn't, which is whatever, sure. And I think I actually don't even bother negating it anymore. Let's see. Yep, I negate this instead because I'm about to add. And if I add, he's gonna be drawing a lot of cards on top of Max C. And the thing is, like, he will get a lot of advantage without actually having to kill himself because this is optional to add, it's not mandatory, okay? Yeah, so let's see. We're gonna add here, get the reset and the release into Orgia, and then we can Orgia effect, add the open area. And then I think, oh yeah, you know what? Also, I think I did not negate the Raphael as well in this case because it was not live. There was no toggle. So that means he doesn't have a for hire card in his hand to discard, meaning that I don't actually have to negate it immediately. So we'll see what I do. So spin everything back with a field spell, and then we can go Oceanaria, scale it, and then we can add a Pixia. And because if we look at Tromeria, I actually didn't use the effect because I set it. So being able to spin it back is also just a play here. So we're going to summon the Orgia first in case he wants to activate something after. And then we can go Reworth. And then we can spin back, draw Harmonia and another tail, okay. Go Tromeria for Leon, and GG. I don't think he can really do anything. I can give him all his, like, his entire deck, and he still wouldn't be able to win. So, what's the reason behind this play? Because if I destroy one of these, this is gonna trigger, and it's gonna summon Wiz, which is annoying. So being able to pop this now is actually a lot better. And it's also like a follow-up as well, because you can just add up this and then discard if you need to add something. So might as well pop it now and then get FNV in the end phase, and then I can go tail, pop this because they're all reduced now. Initially this was way smaller because it can only pop 3k or less. Actually it's less than 3k. Yes. So these are all were bigger than 3k because of the field spell. So we can pop the Falgo, and then we can activate the Alzonia. Go tail. Now, I think Falgo was actually more threatening, to be honest, than the Raphael. I could have popped Raphael, but he would just be able to put like another Rex and revive it, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference. And being able to revive back the Raphael with Rex is better than Falgo because this is gonna trigger. If this card special summon, you can excavate, so then you can add any excavated card. It doesn't have to be a for hire, and that can be annoying because it can be like non-engine. So he goes FNV, we're gonna tail this. And then let's see if he goes Raphael. He does. Okay, and then look at this. We can go for Leon. Nice. And then we can spin everything back. And then look at this, okay? You would think I would spin back one of my cards to make room for Harmonia, but no. you want to actually keep Tail and Leon on the field, because in this matchup they do add and send to the grave a lot, so that he will actually die to these two alone without anything else, without even burn damage. I know it's crazy, because usually you don't see that, but against some decks, like for hire, you'll see what I mean. So he is gonna add with Fossil Dig. We're gonna trigger the Alzone to snipe a card from his hand. Add Apixia. We still have Rebirth and the Reset in the grave. They're both live. So then we can burn him for 900 because he added. And then we can go Reset. And you can actually flip down the Leon here. And I can flip it back face up later. Because I have two things to trigger it. And this, and the Fallen Virtues. If he responds, right? So he goes Reasoning, that's fine. This actually... why is he playing Reasoning? I don't understand this. I declared level 2 in case it was Rex, but this is whatever. Like, this is not really the greatest card, to be honest. So I'm gonna go Alzonia. He goes Fossil Dig again for some reason. Getting super greedy right now. We can bounce a card from hand, and then he's gonna get even mega greedier, because he's, I think, gonna trigger this to add as well, because I added. As if Maxi was not enough. He needs more draw sets. So we're gonna banish, he chains, and now we can actually go Leon. Flip it face up. Nice. And now he's gonna be taking the burn damage and also spin these back. And he has a normal summon, and I know how Prahire works, so they need to actually... Like, he already used, I think, Rex to special summon, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if he did or not. Actually, he didn't, but I have the Mar for that, and then if he normal summons anything, I go FNV pop it, and they have normal plays. He needs, like, Rookie or the Storm for hire. Okay, goes Rex. Trigger the Orgia, and then we can pop one of his cards. So you always want to pop this one instead of this, because this can also summon from hand, so it can actually extend. So adds Philo, can't do anything. He needs Storm for hire. If we read Storm for hire, guess what it says? If you control no monsters, you can activate this card. Because I keep this on the field, he will control a monster, and that's gonna fuck him up. Because now he has to normal summon, and then I just go like this, and go Mar, flip it face down, and now his, even if he has Storm, it's dead. He has to go Rookie, and even if he goes Rookie, I have FNV to pop, and he has no more ways to extend. This is why Pure for Hire is just really bad. You need something else like K9 to bait out stuff, and also then bridge into Fire. So it goes FNV in the end phase. This is whatever. Look how much we burnt him, guys. 44 just off of these two. Now he takes another 900, he's at 35. What are the chances he just dies to these? He triggers Scale to summon 2, and then that's completely fine. Attempts to pop. Does Raphael to channel block it? I go FNV. Send the Ecclesia. to pop him, and now because he's sent to the grave, he takes another 900 because of Tail. Attempts to pop my scales, because my scales are at 14 counters. He will die to either one of them. I don't need both, just one of them. So pop his Raphael, he takes another 900 because the card was destroyed. And now because he's adding, Leon inflicts another 900. That's insane. Okay. Now I can just attack over any monster, and because it will go to the grave, and then Tail inflicts the final 900. Okay, triggers Rex, that's fine. Goes Raphael, and then he just scoops here. He knows he lost. Actually, wait, this is time limit loss. Yeah. This is not a real loss through a time limit, because I was winning this a billion %. There is no chance he was winning this. So anyways, that was a very interesting duel. Now we can watch Vanquish Soul K9. Yeah, I guess all the Vanquish Soul K9 players are on Platinum for some reason. The deck is really not performing well, huh? Alright, so we're going first. We're gonna go activate the Okinaria, set Leon in case he responds. And then we can activate Okinaria to search. Let's see if he has Brawl. He does not, so let's speed this up. We go release for Trito, add Orgia, and then we can spin back these bad scales because we already have the Rebirth. And then we can scale the Orgia and get the Alzonia. And then this way we can grab one of the big monsters. Oh, actually, we're gonna grab Tromeria first. We got the Trito again because Trito was already used, so we can't use it to search again. So now we can grab the Pixia, and now we can set Pixia, Mar. We already have Leon, and then we can also set the Orgia and Alzoni. Set FNB and pass. Let's see. What's opponent playing? He is on Dimensional K9. So he's gonna go Raisin to add. I'm going to respond with Alzonia. And then I trigger Alzonia, then also chain the field spell to spin it back to the hand, so he has to use the effect to pop now. Otherwise, he would have, if I didn't trigger this, like he would have just activated this and popped, right? And this is a starter that I can use on my following turn, so I might as well spin it back. I don't have a reset to put it back face down. Now, Orgia is very good in this matchup, so he goes Holy Soup. We're going to trigger the Orgia, which is going to attempt to pop it. If he chains to summon, I pop whatever he summons. So Orgia is very good here. So he reveals to me he has Ash Blossom, which was, I 100% knew he has Ash. They always do. Okay, so he summons Jiaolong, we just pop the Jiaolong, so he doesn't make a rank 5 Xyz. Then he goes into Rock of the Banktra, I'm fine with this. Goes add back the Jiaolong. What are you gonna do now? Oh, by the way, Alzonia sniped the Lupus, so that means I know for sure he can't go Izuna, send Lupus, and then revive Lupus from the grave. Now, I haven't triggered a monster effect from the hand or grave anyway, so he can't trigger the Izuna even if he has it at the moment. But this is gone for the rest of the turn, so I know he can't like get access to this, and in the end phase it's going to be in the hand. So I will keep that in mind that he can still go Lupus from hand on the following turn. That's assuming like he survives next turn. Let's see. So goes Caesar on Holy Sue, we just pop it, fizzles the effect, and then he scoops. Okay. We still had Mar and a Pixia and a Leon. Pixia is not the greatest in this matchup, but Mar is very good, and Leon's also very good. Okay, let's watch this one against... I have no idea what this is. He doesn't have any like cards on his thing. Okay, I'm going first. So we're gonna immediately set... now, I actually made that play because... I usually don't make that play, but because I felt a toggle, I thought he had Maxi. So I set the Alzonia. I don't remember if he does, but... usually you want to fill out the toggle on Master Duel, which is a different way to play than TCG. Because in TCG, you wouldn't just set this because you don't usually lose to anything like that. Maybe Perolia. But Perolia, like, they would use it before you get to the main phase. So there's no reason to set Alzonia in TCG, but in Master Duel, if you feel a toggle, they're usually waiting for Maxi. So I'm gonna see and check if he has Maxi right now. Let's see. I activate this to summon to see if he has Max. He does. So me setting the Alzonia was the correct play, because now I can trigger it. And I can add whatever I want. We already have Resetting Grave, we have Rebirth, so I'm going to add one of the big monsters, which is going to be Tail. Okay, we're going to summon the Orgia in case he has another hand trap, then we can go Field Spell, spin back the Alzonia, and if you see Alzonia was not used, so this is actually going to be a starter, which is going to replace the Orgia that we set. And we can go Rebirth, spin these two back, we draw into, nice, Mar and Atel, that's actually insane. So we can grab a Tromeria, then we can, actually I think, oh never mind, I thought I already used Tromeria. We're good, we're good. Add a Pixia, and then we can spin these two back. We have so many cards in hand here. Summon Mar, summon the Tail, summon Pixia, and summon the Tromeria. Now, in all my duels, for some reason, everyone has Maxi. You guys saw in the For Hire duel, he had Maxi. This duel, he also has Maxi. Like, most of my duels were just like Maxi, for some reason. Unfortunately, no one can beat me fair and square with Enneacraft. They have to FTK me or Maxi move, which is kind of crazy. Because this deck is like... this is not like tier 0 or something. Like, I don't know why you guys struggled so hard against this, but okay. So he goes Kashtira Unicorn. This guy was on Regenesis. So he goes Regenesis to add. This is fine. He's actually checkmated with the board that I have. There's nothing he can do here. He needs like maybe droplets? Maybe? I don't know. Now these can't target because I would just flip up the Pixia. This is a negate, which is whatever. I don't care about this. I also have a Harmonia in hand, which is insane. So I'm going to force out the negate by, look at this, guys. We go Mar. Okay, you think I'm forcing him to negate the Mar, but actually I'm going to chain lock the Mar with the field spell. That means he can't negate it with the Sage. And now he's cooked. He has to negate because he's going to get flipped face down permanently on 4 cards. And because it negates and destroys, actually forces the tail out. And now I am completely protected. So it's very good when you trigger tail early because it's for the rest of the turn. So he is attempting to special summon. I'm going to trigger the Tormeria. Whatever he summons can get negated. This is relevant against Regenesis because they're all quick effects. So you can see, except this one, you already use this effect, but these are all like quick effects. So it would force them out. Which would then just play into Pixia. So noticing that, he just goes into the Archfiend again, which doesn't do anything. Then he banishes it. Goes into the Lord. And then he's going to set a Birth. Now, in the battle phase, I'm going to flip down the Mar and Tormeria. In the battle phase, this is going to gain 2500. And then he also inflicts Pierce. But this is not lethal. Even if he attacks over this, it's going to be 4k and leaving me at 400. And then I win. I have 6 counters, and then he attacks, so we have 8 counters. So he actually called it correctly and attacked over Pixia. If he didn't attack over Pixia, I would just flip Pixia face up and win in the end phase. But yeah, he got lucky here, so I'm actually just going to go Harmonia. Just so I can send a Wind Pegasus to the grave. And then we can also pop the Lord, so it doesn't become a problem later. Mainly because of the pierce damage. So he's going to take another 900. And you can see like tail like in these duels is just like destroying them with the burn effect. I do think like the burn effect is very good. It's just the fact to trigger is sometimes hard and it can be like a very bad card because of that. So we trigger Orgia, Chainlink block it, and then he's going to go for this, target the Mar, and then we can flip up the Mar. But we don't, because he's going to spin it back, not banish it. And I have 3 Mars in hand. We're going to push this into the back row of the field spell. Another 900, and guys, like Tail is just soloing this guy. We trigger Tormeria, and this actually just doesn't matter, because if he all of these Regenesis monsters have to tribute themselves to activate their effects. So if he tributes himself, he's going to take 900 because of Tail and die. So Tail actually just soloed him. Insane, right? Okay, he goes Archfiend, then he tributes, and then he dies to Tail. Yeah, that's just insane. Okay. Now let's watch this one against another Vanquish Soul Canine player. This guy has made it very clear he plays Shifter. He has it in his top 3 cards. He thinks we care about Shifter. We play Shifter, bro. Okay, so he goes Madlow. We actually have Maxi, which is awesome. Do you guys think it will resolve? We'll see. They always have Ash Blossom, don't they? Especially Vanquish Soul. You can't have a Vanquish Soul player without Ash in hand. So we're gonna Maxi, and then he chains Lupus. Okay, he actually did not have Ash Blossom, which is insane. This has never happened to me before on Master Duel. So he's gonna give us some draws here. I think he wants to do this so he can trigger the field spell to set the Snow Devil in the end phase, which is whatever. I don't care about Snow Devil. So we're gonna activate the Alzonia, and then he's gonna trigger Holy Seal because he's scared of Mar. Okay, sure. Triggers Lupus as well? Really? That's a treat. Okay. We can just go Fallen the Virtuous, pop it. And now it's banished for the rest of the duel. He can't get it back. I think this guy is panicking, actually. He goes Caesar, but like, whatever you pop is like, usually, if you were suspecting Mar, that's why you triggered Holy Sue, and then you go to summon Caesar, that makes no sense, because then I can just negate it, right? So he attempts to pop, and it was Alizonia, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I could have set Tromeria, but I was thinking he might have summoned Jiaolong from deck to add. I didn't think he would chain, like, the Caesar. But he actually chains himself, which is really stupid, to be honest. So now I can actually trigger this before it dies. He should have just waited on a new chain to trigger this. Yeah. Again, people don't know like what Enneacraft does. They think every time we set a card, it's always Mar, or like, I don't know, Pixia or some shit. Like, no. These small monsters have way more value, actually, than the big ones. So then we can trigger the Tromeria, which is why I set it. I think I normal set it in case he wants to activate something and he missed the toggle. And he wants to go Burger, as you can see. So now I actually trigger this to add, and then he goes Snow Devil. He's panicking here because this is a bad Snow Devil. I mean, I have Mar, like, I would have just stopped anyway, but still. He was worried I would negate one of his cards, but like, there's nothing really to negate. He can just chain the Burger to add, to draw, I mean. Triggers both of these to add, reveals Noroi. He starts inflicting damage, which is actually good for him because it means I can search less, and then he actually gets more value in the grind game. So I'm gonna summon Mar, and then I'm gonna summon a Orgia, and now I can play. Finally, so we can go reset, place the field spell in case he triggers one of these, especially Orgia. He goes Raisin. Okay, this was an insane play that I made. I actually baited him by placing Orgia in this column. So he thinks, oh, this guy is so stupid. Look at him. He put it in Raisin column. Let me activate it to pop his monster. He's so dumb. But like, he already knew I had Mar. So this was super baits. Because now I trigger Mar and I flip everything face down. And because of this, he's actually cooked. He's gonna have 4 monsters face down. This is not gonna destroy the Raisin because he used Snow Devil. So they all can't be destroyed by card effects for the rest of the turn. His magical monsters. So we're gonna negate, no pop, and then we can flip everything face down. And he only has 1 slot left. 1 monster zone, I mean. So he's actually very cooked here. Add Rebirth, because Rebirth with Mar in this scenario, after we make this play, is just ridiculous. Spin back the Mar in case he has something in the back row. And then we can summon it again to check the back row, and then we can go release. Okay, I walked off for a second because I had to do something and then come back quickly. And then I forgot I was actually using release. I thought I was adding a card off like the pendulum. And then I was like attempting to add Leon. I was like, wait, what? It scaled the Leon, so I should have won here. That's really, really unfortunate because my board would have been actually insane. But now I'm forced to make this horrible play where I shuffle them back and then randomly just get like a Pixia and then just have to set and pass on this. That's really, really bad, unfortunately. Because we were playing super well until that happened. Yeah. This is why you need to sit and like focus. You can't like be distracted with other stuff. And I have like, you know, I'm easily distracted by literally anything. It could be like an ant walking and I would be distracted by it. So he summons Holy Sue. I just triggered the Rebirth, flip this face up, and then flip everything face down. He loses. Like there's nothing he can do. We go F and B, pop the field spell. This way we get the Ecclesia Engrave, and then we can trigger Ecclesia to shuffle back his back row. Yeah, this is mad. Now we would have had like 5 monsters here if we didn't make that misclick earlier. And then we would just flip them up, and we can gain enough counters to win. Because we would have, I think, 8 counters because 4 flip ups. Okay, and then we can go Okinaria. To search, and then we... Yeah, it's crazy that we still have searches here. It's because we fucked up last turn. And then we can trigger the Orgia, gain 2 counters, and then we can spin back to the hand. again, he can't really activate anything because there's nothing really activatable. He has full board of monsters. This is unfortunately a mandatory pop, so I have to destroy one of his cards. And then we can flip up Pixia, and I can go Rebirth on Pixia. Draw one, just to get the Rebirth engraved, and then I can summon Tail, Leon, and Orgia. And I can actually go Field Spell, spin this back. I actually keep the scales because I want the burn damage. Burn damage plus Tail Leon should actually be very good here. Let's see. So he has one monster zone still. He can tribute summon. Now I was worried about Borger. You can see I didn't search again as well. I kept it at 2000 because Borger burns for 15. So if I search again, I die to another Borger, which most people actually play 2 Borgers instead of 1. And I didn't want to risk him just playing 1, and he can just go like Rock Fracture, add back if he wants. But you can see he adds Caesar because he probably plays another one. So then he goes Take Your Soul, reveals Madlove, and then he's probably summoned Borger here. Yep. So I would have died to this effect if I searched again. That's why you have to be very careful against this matchup. Don't put your life points way too low. So then we can trigger the Harmonia, and then we can, I think, pop the Borger, and then spin this back to the extra deck with the Cloud Beast. Nice. Summon to defense, just so we don't get lethal here, somehow. Oh yeah, because 500, then he goes Caesar, he's able to summon it, attack over Harmonia. So put it in defense, and then we win, because now we can just flip everything face up. We do lots of damage here. Flip up the Tail, flip up Leon, flip up Orgia, and then we can also, actually, we can go into the Archfiend, I think. Let's see, inflict 900, we go Archfiend, attack, yep, nice. And then flip up the Mar as well. Okay, and then we go Archfiend attack, nuke his entire field. And then we can attack for game. We also have 10 counters, so even if we didn't kill here, we can just kill him in the end phase. Nice. That was a good duel. So now let's watch this one against Exodia. Exodia, huh? Okay. This deck needs like proper support, I feel like, but they just don't know what to give this deck because Exodia is an FTK, right? It's a first turn kill deck, kind of. They don't want to give you like a deck where you can just like draw into Exodia every time because it's just gonna be an unplayable game after that. It's actually kind of hard to balance Exodia. So we have Harmonia, but he doesn't actually play into Harmonia, so I will actually activate it anyway. In response to the Exodia, because I want him to use the Gaia to send this, so that way he has to send this the next time he wants to negate on my turn. And if he lets this go through, he loses. So he has to negate this by sending this. Okay, and now he has just one more level 5 for higher monster card to send. Sets an exile, Fires of Rage. Okay. Typical Exodia board. So we're gonna go Orgia first, and then we're gonna summon. Now, let me actually read this. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can send, and then you can... Okay, I used Orgia because I already have another play, so even if he had negated, he would actually lose out on this and this, just to negate this. And then if I have other plays, I would activate. So it doesn't matter. I just don't want to trigger these, because I don't want to reveal to my opponent what I have, so he doesn't play around with. Not that he can, I don't think he can. So look at this, we go Tail, and then we set the Atoll instead of the Leon first, in case he wants to go exiled immediately after that. So we chain this, and then he would be in a scenario where he has to chain this to negate it, to stop me from, you know, stopping the nuke. But he has to send this to the grave, which he loses out on a spell trap negate. And then he plays into Atoll and he dies. That's why I made this play. And then the other thing is, if he doesn't chain, these don't get destroyed, he loses out on this. He only has a spell negate and a monster negate. And then he also plays into Leon and he loses. So there's really not much he can do. So he's actually gonna play into Atoll. And I'm gonna just Atoll this and negate the entire chain. And now his entire board is outed, he has nothing else. Takes another 900. Yeah, Tail's burn effect has been just cooking everyone, to be honest. Imagine Tail was like Leon, because Leon, every time they add, if they add multiple cards at once, they take 900 for each card. This only inflicts 900. If they sent multiples to the grave, they don't take 900 for each card. It's still only 900. Imagine if it was each card 900. That's just ridiculous. This should probably be the best Enneacraft card after that, to be honest. Because once you trigger it, you win. Against most matchups. So I'm gonna set the Leon because since he had Ash, okay, we go Orgia and then to search. Because Ash, we go Leon, spin everything back, keep the tail, just so he takes more damage if he wants to activate anything else, and then I can spin it back later with the field spell. Set these, and then set the Orgia as well, then we can go release. And you can speed this up, we can go Alzonia, then we can activate to add a Tromeria, then we can add a reset. Reset place field spell, and then spin back the tail. Yep, spin back everything, and then we can summon these. Scale the tail, and pass. Did not really care about tail because they don't really have anything that actually nukes. And then he goes Lava Golem, and it's like, what? Where did that come from? Alright. Unfortunately, he hit the Alazoni, which was the best card against this matchup. But it's fine. Because if we sniped that Exodia, he would have died, right? But he's scooped anyway, because like he doesn't have anything. We just flip everything face up and we attack the game. Actually, we don't have Harmony. I was thinking like we might synchro play, but we don't. We just like flip these up, make this attack, flip this up, and attack for you. We can also burn as well. Nice. Okay, no Maxi in this one. And then we have this one against Branded. Man, I've been sick for a long time. What the hell? I don't know what this is. Maybe like RSV or some shit. Okay, so we are going second against Branded. So he's gonna go full loss first. Okay. Goes Fallen of White, sends Albion, summons, goes Ecclesia into Ecclesia Synchro, and then he's gonna trigger Ecclesia Synchro, summon Quem dump the Cartesia. Branded, what the fuck is this play? Maybe he doesn't have like a, he does have a monster in hand to fuse with, but okay. Interesting. Not summoning Cartesia. So he's gonna go into Mirror Jade, and then he is gonna go, summon Cartesia and then set a Fallen Virtuous in the phase, and then I think this is still like a solid board. I think he did mess up like the combo a bit, but again I don't know what his full hand was. So we're gonna immediately trigger to summon the Atel and the Mar, and then summon Leon, and we're cooking here. This is insane. So we go Orgia effect, and if he chains we go Leon. This is wrong actually. This is not what I intended to do. I do remember this duel. I meant to trigger the Mar, so I can negate this, and then if he chains, I go Leon, spin back all my cards, and then he has to bounce one of his own cards. But I accidentally clicked Leon instead of the Mar. I was clicking very fast, and I fucked up. This is still, what's the word for that? Salvageable? Like, you can still save this. So you go Leon, and then it forces them out, so I don't respond. It says Ecclesia until he goes for this. And I still don't respond. Because if I go Mar or Atel, it's gonna destroy it, and then it's gonna nuke my entire field. And I can't set Tail this turn and trigger it, because they don't have anything else to pop. He's already using FNB now. If he still had FNB pop, in the back row, I could have searched Tail, activated Summon. Then if he goes for this, I trigger Tail later on in the turn. And it's gonna protect all my cards, so even if this was triggered earlier in the turn, in the end phase, it's not gonna nuke my cards. But that play is not available to us. So I'm actually going to spin everything back, keep the Leon on the field, because I'm actually going to bait him to go Fallen Albas, just so I can discard a card. Discard Albion, now we can negate it, and then flip down the Quem. Yeah, we should have won on the spot, most likely, if we made that other play, but it's completely fine. We are going to go Alzonia, we are going to go Release. Now, if he triggers a hand trap or something, the Orgia is going to trigger. place the Okinaria. Now Okinaria is very good in this matchup. We're gonna grab Tomeria, we go resets, spin these back, because these are the ones I want in my end board. And then we can spin everything back with the Leon and Mar. And then we can summon all of them here. So we add Trito, Rebirth. Rebirth is gonna shuffle back the scales. Draw onto Tail, okay. Do I set Tail? Yep, I do, okay. It's for Fallen the Virtuous. That's why I did this, I think. I would have liked Pixia, but Tail is fine. So we can add Pixia now. We set the Okinaria just so it can trigger, so we can add her. And we can shuffle back all of his cards, including the Ecclesia Synchro. Nice. And then we can inflict 800. And then the reset can flip this face down. We have a Mar with the Rebirth. So he's gonna go Albaz, summon Ecclesia. We can just flip him down with the Mar. And then if he has Brand Fusion, maybe he can continue. Okay, goes Cartesia. Now, I can pop the Cartesia. He has to fuse immediately. Whatever he summons, I pop. So what he can do is he can go to Dogma, but Dogma's not gonna do anything here. Goes FNV, triggers my Tail. Now, if I pop Mirror Jade somehow, it's not gonna nuke my field. And now, every time he's gonna take 900, he has to actually attack over Tail. His Tail is a huge threat right now. Shuffles back his own Mercurier. Okay. And then he scoops. Yeah. Okay. Then you can watch this one against Labrynth. Usually, like, I don't usually play against trap decks, especially not with Enneacraft. But, okay. It's good to, like, see some more variety, I guess. I'm going first. I have Release and 3 big monsters. The big monsters are insane. Okay, Tail Leon. Now, Tail Leon combo is insane. Super, super insane. And then we also have Pixia with it. So we go Orgia, search, get Okinaria, and then we can grab a Rebirth. Go Rebirth, shuffle 2. Nice. Now I was thinking I could grab resets, which would be the safer play, but I didn't. I grabbed Rebirth because... Why did I do that, actually? There was a reason for this. Rebirth over the resets. Why did I do that play? I'm not sure, actually. Because thinking back right now, I'm like, why not search resets? Resets is better. Okay, I'm not sure why I made that play, but I think reset would have been better in this scenario. It shouldn't have been rebirth. So you can spin back, because it was just super YOLO, right? If you don't draw to a small monster, then shit. Yeah, play was definitely reset, but we didn't get punished for it. We actually got rewarded for making that YOLO play. Because now we have a full board. We have everything. He sets 4 and passes. Okay. So we're going to draw into Alzoni. He goes, Welcome Lab. I actually changed Tromeria just so I can add. And then I'll see if he changes. He goes Harmonia. Okay. Now, because Harmonia is everywhere, it actually makes Tail Pixia very good. Because with Tail Pixia, you go Tail to stop the pop, and then whatever he sends cannot target because of Pixia. And then Pixia would flip up, negate, and also banish a card from hand. So it's actually a very good play to have Tail Pixia together as a duo. And then the Leon also adds even more. So this board's like very good. It's one of the stronger end boards of this deck. So we're gonna go for this. He targets, and then we can flip up the Pixia. And then if he chains, now I can't go Mar and negate this because this says your opponent cannot activate anything in response to your normal trap cards. I can go F and V to pop it, but then he can just chain a big welcome, most likely. Yep, they always hard open it for some reason. I don't know how. Summon Ariana, whatever. The Tromeria just negates it. Here. Goes add Impulse. Impulse is useless. Mar negates it. And then pushes. Okay, he thought he was cooking here. He pushed my Tail into the back row, thinking that I'm cooked here because I can't do anything. I only have like Pendulum Scale, but he doesn't know that this can spin it back to the hand. and the Rebirth can also shuffle it back. This just makes no difference whatsoever. It doesn't matter. So we're gonna go Alzonia, search Okinaria, and then we can activate this, set the Okinaria, then we can spin back everything, and he sees that and he's like, ah, hell no. And he's good. Yeah, he was just waiting with the copium that, you know, I couldn't use that slot, and that he made that cool play, which it was not cool at all. Yeah. Nice pack bits. Final duel against... Who is that? Yeah, I've been winning coin flips like crazy. I'm not just showing the wins where I go first, because you guys saw like most of my wins were just like... like 8 win streak, 7 win streak, like it was just like win, 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 win. There's only like a couple losses. Oh, he went max C. Yeah. This time, I actually didn't feel the toggle, I think. He hit it or something. So that's why I do this to summon Pixia first. And then he reveals he has max C. So, okay, once again, max C, just every freaking duel. Sure, I'll give you all your draws. We're gonna add Rebirth, we're gonna go Release, Retreato, and then we can add a Reset. Rebirth, shuffle all 3 with the... Oh, okay, I should have shuffled back to Pixie, actually. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. We go Alzonia, scale the Orgia, and then we can add a Charmeria, then we can go Reset, spin them back. And then we go Charmeria to search a Mar. Nice, and we actually have a solid end board here. Look at this. Mar, Tail, Pixia, Alzonia, Orgia, and then we have 2 scales and a Maxi. So you Maxi me, I Maxi you back. Now, in the case where you have Maxi, if you really wanted to resolve, I don't think it matters that much, because these are already basically a Maxi, because it's already adding a lot of cards like these, right? But if you really wanted to resolve, you would add Atoll, and then if you trigger one of these, or if they activate anything, you chain Maxi to that. And then, if they chain Called by the Grave, or Ash Blossom, you go Atoll to get the entire chain. Does that make sense? So he discards Bell, we're gonna go Alzonia to nuke, banish a card from hand. He goes Harmonia, banish. Not banish, send to the grave to pop. And then we trigger the sale. And then we also have a Pixia to protect. And now he goes Drill Beam, which I 100% knew he had. And we just go Pixia on this, and then chain Maxi. And then he goes Ash Blossom, which I 100% knew he had too. Then we trigger Orgia and this Chain Link 9, and shit is getting crazy. And then when he summons the Harmonia, we bounce a card randomly from hand. Alzonia also bounces a card from hand. We inflict 900s, and then we are going to pop the Harmonia. He can't target any cards anymore. And then we're going to bounce. He's also locked out of links, because he can't go link 1 because of Harmonia. So we're going to... Oh my god. The Decimation. I don't know if that's a word. Holy shit, we fucked him up. Basically, Maxi does, we give him like... he had 9 cards in hand or some shit. And in just one interaction, we went to Chainlink 9, and he's down to 2 cards in hand. What do you guys think about that? And then we go Reset, flip down the Alzonia and Orgia, and then if he triggers anything from hand again, Orgia pops. And then he has no link plays, he can't target anything. Every time anything is sent to the grave, he gets damaged by the tail. He can't destroy any of my cards. I have lots of follow-up, and Alzonia has another bounce. And he's gonna search because he has the level 1 to normal summon, the Sage. What do you guys think about this? And then we also have Amar, flip everything face down. This is through Maxi, guys. God damn. This is why, you know, like... If you're gonna keep Maxiing me, I'm gonna find a way to play through your Maxi, alright? Like, I'm not just gonna sit there and scoop to your stupid Maxi. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know if I will continue playing Enneacraft or even Master Duel at all for this season. But because the heroes are coming out, I'm gonna see what hero support is coming out. If it's fun hero support, like the Kuribo and so on, maybe even Clay Guardian, maybe I'll actually play and make like a series on heroes. Maybe, just maybe, if I have time. Otherwise, probably just chaos content and some other stuff on Edo Pro. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.